Hey y'all, it's Kyle Dean Massey. You are watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, or as we like to think of it, summer camp for agoraphobic Broadway fans. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Lindsay?
It's time to party like it's 1987 because original Tony-nominated star Constantine Maroulis is putting on his leather jacket and rejoining the Broadway cast of Rock of Ages beginning August 4th. And when you're done air guitaring with the headbanging crew, swing on over to Pippin to see Andrea Martin, who is reprising her Tony-winning role of trapezing Granny Bertha from September 2nd through September 21st. Welcome back, guys!
We now know who will be joining Tony and Emmy winner Blythe Danner in the country house on the Great White Way. Graceland star and Tony nominee Daniel Sunjata, along with Broadway alum Kate Jennings-Grant, Eric Lang, David Rash and Sarah Steele, will appear in the Manhattan Theatre Club production. Inspired by Chekhov's pastoral comedies, the play follows a brood of artists who have gathered at their Berkshire summer house. We're looking forward to seeing their passionate soul-searching at the Samuel J. Friedman Theatre this fall.
Disney's Aladdin continues to wow audiences with its eye-popping production numbers, and how'd they do that wonder? And now, you lucky little theater geeks will get a weekly backstage pass to see how they pull it all off. Tony winner James Monroe Iglehart, the super talented and ridiculously energetic guy who plays the genie, is Broadway.com's newest video blogger. I Dream of Genie, Backstage at Aladdin, will premiere on Thursday, August 7th, with new episodes airing every week. Hey James, be a friend and show us how they pull off that magic flying carpet. We promise to keep it hush-hush.
Great news, Ben Brantley! The smash hit revival of Mice and Men has been filmed by National Theatre Live and will be shown in movie theaters across the US and the UK. Starring James Franco, Tony nominee Chris O'Dowd, Leighton Meester, and Broadway.com Audience Choice Award winner Jim Norton, the John Steinbeck classic under the brilliant direction of Anna D. Shapiro, did big box office during its limited Broadway run. Stay tuned for future screening dates at your local multiplex. This is one you don't want to miss.
You've seen her roller skate naked in Boogie Nights and get shagged in Austin Powers. Now see Heather Graham play a desperate movie star in the off-Broadway world premiere of Neil LaBute's The Money Shot alongside Frederick Weller. And yep, it's about pretty much what you think it is. Sexy Hollywood stars in a new play by one of theater's greatest provocateurs. Count us in.
Hello, I'm Mark Linn-Baker, and you are watching the Broadway.com show.
Thumbs up to Benedict Cumberbatch. As if we needed any more reasons to love the Sherlock star, he is sacrificing the screen for the stage. That's right. Although everyone on the interweb seems to want him to play the titular character in upcoming Doctor Strange movie, there's a great big scheduling conflict. Cumberbatch is playing Hamlet at London's Barbican Theatre next year and has said, "I can't move the play." Now if only someone, somewhere, can help me get hold of a ticket. I'm not too proud to beg or bribe.
We're not gonna lie, we definitely ran around the room singing the Shmuel song when we found out The Last 5 Years, starring Jeremy Jordan and Anna Kendrick, is finally coming to the big screen. And then we found out the screening is at the Toronto Film Festival in Canada. How are we ever gonna get to Canada? Thumbs down to this frustrating news, but we're willing to amend it when, fingers crossed, the movie hits theaters everywhere.
Our tweet of the week comes from Lady Day star Audra McDonald, who simply wanted to kiss those Monday blues goodbye with a nice cocktail, but ended up topping off her day with an even more potent surprise. She tweeted, "Got carded today, day made. Hashtag I am double the legal drinking age +2. We can't blame the anonymous ID checker for swooning over the 6-time Tony Award winner. Audra, we hope that drink tasted especially good going down. But come on, call us up next time. First round's on us." You can follow the star at Audra Equality MC.
You Can't Take It With You, which will soon be on Broadway with James Earl Jones, Rose Byrne, Annalie Ashford and a starry cast, is set during a chaotic dinner party. So, while meeting the cast of Moss Hart and George S. Kaufman's Pulitzer Prize-winning play, I asked, name the famous person, living or dead, who would be your ideal dinner party guest. Check out the answers in this week's Pop Poll.
I'd really like to have dinner with the president and his wife.
Jason Robards Jr. He was always witty, always funny.
Maya Angelou.
George S. Kaufman.
Che Guevara.
James Earl Jones. I got the guy I want at my dinner.
Oh, how about Mario Batali? He can cook.
JC, come on. Carpenter, I need some work around the flat.
De Niro has always been one of my favorite actors. I got to meet him, and I don't think he said a word. I think he just shook my hand and kind of smiled. But yeah, no, I'd like to get a little more out of them.
I would say Liza Minnelli. I just want Liza to know that she's welcome to my home anytime, even though I don't know if she'd like to come to my home. I don't have a dinner table, just a weird coffee table that's also a chest for storing things. It's a little awkward, so maybe she'd like to invite me over to her home. I will bring her any beverage or food item that she'd like. I'm ready, Liza, if you are. I want to see your scrapbooks.
Hi, our name is Broadway.com, and we're Newsies addicts. The bottom line is that we've been in love with this uplifting tuner ever since those newsboys started doing their backflips and bar table tap dances at the Nederlander Theater in 2012, and we're really going to miss it. This week's Hot Shot comes from Broadway.com photographer Caitlin McNaney, who rounded up the show's 8 remaining original cast members for one final photo shoot. Needless to say, we'll definitely be hanging this one up on our wall. Check out the whole feature on the site and go see Newsies before August 24th.
Hello, I'm Alex Sharp and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Get ready for a Broadway Smackdown, theater fans. Last week, we asked which Bound for Broadway musical you'd rather make a road trip to see. Bull Durham at the Alliance Theater in Atlanta or Finding Neverland at American Repertory Theater in Cambridge. The votes are in, and 76% of you voted for the Peter Pan-inspired Neverland. We're thinking leading hunk Jeremy Jordan might be swaying the votes a bit on this one. For this week's Smackdown, we're pitting 2 more musicals against each other. Both Bullets Over Broadway and Rocky are ending their 2 short runs in August, after failing to become Broadway's next blockbusters. But which show really deserved a longer life? The jazzy shoot 'em up Bullets or the sporty punch 'em up Rocky? Tweet your vote to Broadway.com with the hashtag #BWaySmackdown and tune in next week to find out the winner.
He's playing a king right now, and this week he's ruling our world. This summer, Tony winner and Oscar nominee John Lithgow is playing the titular role in Shakespeare in the Park's King Lear opposite Annette Bening, and by the fall he'll be in a delicate balance on Broadway. Lithgow will appear along with Glenn Close, Martha Plimpton and Lindsay Duncan in Edward Albee's classic at the Golden Theatre. We're loving this balancing act, Mr. Lithgow, and you are our star of the week.
That's it for this week's Broadway.com show. But first, check out this supercalifragilisticexpialidocious clip from Funny or Die featuring Kristen Bell as a certain enchanting nanny who demands a living wage. See you guys next week.
The CEOs in fancy suits, each giving their own trumpet toots, forget how hard it is to work a shift. They don't like to break a sweat, they prefer to just collect. They take, they give a lot, so much. It's really got to start. Are you a Republican? I do love a good tea party. Cheeky.